Okay, guys, wildfires, heat waves, hiking bans, climate change, it's all been in the news lately. So we're at St. Jacob's Market and we're talking about climate change. Let's go. How serious is climate change?
Climate change is super serious.
I think it's pretty serious.
It's very serious.
I would say it's pretty serious.
It's a really serious issue.
Extremely serious.
I think it's pretty bad.
I think it's very severe.
I think it's very serious, and I think it's something that we all need to focus on.
I think once you kind of see the facts and everything, it's very severe.
It's getting very, very warm, and they should do something about it.
Certain places like in the world are actually like becoming inhabitable.
Oh yeah, it's right here.
Just because of like the heat change.
What drastic actions do we need to be taking?
Well, right now I think that we should be putting more regulations on like private sectors, people that do like a lot of like polluting.
I think we need to be specifically looking at, yes, individuals can be doing things, but I think corporations have a lot bigger impact than just the individual does.
It's like the big companies that are contributing a lot more than our individual effort, but also that like the companies are being held accountable because they are the biggest polluters. I don't know how to say it. They could implement more
Regulations, maybe?
So yeah, like more regulations, I would say.
Other than that, government should be responsible for regulating.
The tax, the carbon tax.
Yeah.
I think what they need to do is they increase that on the bigger companies, the industrial companies that are putting these very large outputs of greenhouse gases and that into the environment.
Do you think the carbon tax itself is a good idea?
I don't know if the carbon tax specifically is the best way of doing it.
I don't like the carbon tax. No, we don't need carbon tax.
No. I don't think any type of tax is a good idea. It's an antiquated idea.
Do you think it had really bad results, the carbon tax?
I don't know. I'm not familiar.
I don't think so.
It was. I personally didn't mind it.
Europe actually has a really interesting system of where they actually have a price associated with the carbon output that you put out each year. And so the cost of carbon keeps going up each year, trying to lower the amount of output. And so it's actually a really interesting carbon trading system that might be worth looking into of other options. So I'm not saying carbon tax is wrong, but I'm saying that there's lots of countries tackling it in different ways that maybe are worth exploring as well.
I don't know if it should be a carbon tax. I think it should be more like regulations about how much you're allowed to like produce. Corporations are really like eager just to pay and like get their and get their product going. They'll be like really happy to just like pay that fine and just like keep polluting. Because at the end of the day, it is about the profit. So if they're able to just like pay it off, then they will keep doing it and won't really dissuade them.
I think if people are going over any limits, then there should be taxes. Yes. I mean, I'm a little uncertain what's happening in Canada, but I think that I'm not opposed to higher taxes in order to have a safer world. But I understand it needs to be affordable, so there has to be a balance.
Yeah.
Do you think, though, overtaxing our industry will make us less competitive to, like, the States, which doesn't have a tax like that?
Good question. There has to be a balance to be able to, to be globally competitive, but yet to be able to decrease the amount of greenhouse gases that are going up in the atmosphere.
But if we regulate how much they can produce, won't that make us less competitive as a country?
Yeah, these are the cons.
No matter how the government decide that they're going to implement, whether it be a tax or a surcharge or whatever, to these companies, ultimately it will always trickle down to the consumer because, they have to take on those costs and they have to be able to recoup those costs somehow. So eventually it's going to make its way down to us.
Do you think it's the government's job to force us to comply with the green agenda?
Half and half.
I think the government isn't doing half what they should be doing, and they're doing too much of what they shouldn't be doing. I don't think that we as humans can do anything about the weather change. It's going to happen. The weather has never been stationary, as far as we know, as far back as science can track it. But what we can do to be prepared for it is make sure that we are building in safe places. We are maintaining our forests, which have not been done. The undergrowth is part of the problem. They need to cut back all of the undergrowth near railroad tracks because that is part of the problem, that trains are setting the grass on fire. So all we can do as humans is be aware that it's going to happen and make sure we have the resources that when it does happen, we can help save people, their homes, their businesses, etc.
Okay, guys, it seems the media is drumming up the climate action a lot. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, hit the like button down below. Like, subscribe, and comment. It helps the channel out. Thanks. Bye.